channel, and today's video is going to be something I've never done before, and that is a story time. And yes, I am in the same clothes because it is in fact the same day. So today's story is going to be about the time that I got caught skipping school for 2 weeks. Not 2 days, not 2 hours, but 2 weeks. 14 days, my G. Okay, so before I actually tell the story, I'm just gonna go ahead and give a little backstory about why I even decided to skip school in the first place. So we moved to Texas in 2006 from Kennesaw, Georgia. And if any of you know about Kennesaw, Georgia, it's literally, actually, I won't say that it's necessarily all white, but it's very diverse. But me, Benet, all of my friends were white. So I guess you could say I was whitewashed, whatever. So I was coming from 3rd grade going into the 4th grade. So we moved from super duper white Kennesaw to the most hood place in Texas. I'm not gonna tell y'all where that is because I don't want any conflict. I don't need this elementary school trying to come for my life. So just know that we went from like somewhere up here to somewhere down here. Okay, so that first part, like when we first moved from Georgia to Texas, that part really doesn't matter. It's when 5th grade hit. By the way, I've went to 12 different elementary schools in my lifetime. Believe it or not, yeah, it happened. So I want to say this was about in the 5th grade. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was in 5th grade. So, this last place that we went to when I was in 5th grade was like, literally this school was like at the peak of hoodness. And me being so whitewashed and uppity and bougie. Well, no, I can't even put bougie in quotation because like I know I'm bougie and I've been bougie like literally all my life. So, some of those kids at that school had a problem with how I was and so I used to get bullied constantly. Everybody thought I was lying. I told my mom so many times. You would think that, okay, no shade towards any other races, but whenever I do have problems, suicide never crosses my mind. I run away from my problems, but I don't run away permanently, if that makes sense. I face it at some point, but in the beginning, I was like 11 years old, it was just something that I felt like I couldn't take. There was just one day that my alarm went off for school, and I looked at the clock and I took a deep breath and I was just like, man, F this, I ain't going to school today. And usually in Texas, there's this thing called teleparent to when you don't show up like for class or for school, then it's gonna send an automated voicemail to your parents saying that you weren't in school today. Here I am at home after school was done and I'm just chilling and I'm actually waiting on my mom to call me, low-key waiting on her to fire me up, asking me why I wasn't at school that day. But she didn't call. When she came home, like literally nothing was wrong. And I'm just like, yo, like she doesn't even know that I didn't go to school today. So the next day came and I did it again. And I just kept doing it. Like literally it was an ongoing thing. Like I actually hated this school so much. Like I don't think y'all understand. Like I couldn't take it. I literally had one friend, but she was friends with all the other girls that were mean to me. So it's like I didn't want to be around anybody. So the only solution that I had for that was just to not go to school. So like I said, this went on for about 2 weeks. And then one particular day, it was raining in the morning. And then I was on the phone with my mom. I was like, yeah, I don't really want to go to school. I was like, I was just making up a bunch of BS excuses. I was like, there's a lot of dogs outside. I'm scared like one of them's going to eat me. I was like, I don't want to walk to school. She was like, you'll be fine. And I was like, oh, okay, but it's raining really hard, so I don't want to go to school. She was like, well, you can be late. She was like, but you still better go to school. And I'm just like, okay, but I really wasn't going to go. So then I guess she really meant what she said when she said that you better go to school, like rain, snow, or sunshine, like you're gonna go to school today. But you know, of course I didn't go. Otherwise this wouldn't even be a story time today. Like, what? Okay, so I want to say about an hour or two after school started, my mom called the school and asked if I made it there safely. And the school told my mom that they were like, no, Benet's not here. She hasn't been here in 2 weeks. We were just waiting on her withdrawal papers. My mom was like, and let me tell y'all, my mom works in Dallas. She's a nurse at a hospital in Dallas. That's not just like somewhere you can just call off of work and just leave for the day. So that's how you know this was serious. This was so serious. My mom was playing no game. my mom took off of work that morning and the rest of the day. And it's funny now, but when I think about it, I was like, yo. So she took off and she came home. I was there. Yes, I was there. I want to say it was about like 9 something in the morning, and I heard someone knock at the door, and I'm just looking like, what? Like, who's here? No. I'm totally lying. I heard, okay, anytime I was 11 years old, so anytime I was home alone, I would always lock both locks. So when my mom came home at night and I heard her open the key, I had to unlock the top lock. I had to leave the top lock unlocked so that way she'd be able to come inside the house. There I was chilling. I'm pretty sure I was watching Degrassi. And then I hear like the door unlock, and I'm just looking like, what? Like, who's here? Because literally the only thing that was coming to my mind was my brother and my mom. And my brother was at school. He didn't have no car at that time, so I'm thinking like, okay, like what's really going on though? So then I creep out my little bedroom and I go look through the peephole, and y'all, I see my mom's face in the peephole. And let me tell y'all something, my freaking stomach dropped to my toes. And y'all, my mom is African, so I already knew it was about to go down. I'm literally on the other side of the door, shaking so bad. And in my head, I'm like, dear Jesus, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. And I'm over here like speaking in tongues, trying to say my last prayers, because I knew this was gonna be my last day on earth. I already knew. Like, I was like, when I opened this door, I was like, she's gonna attack me. Like, I'm gonna be dead. It's a done deal. Y'all, as soon as I opened that door, my mom took her purse and whacked it upside my head. She was like, you trying to play with me? You trying to play with me? I was like, Mommy, I'm sorry. Like, I was on the floor curled up, and this lady was just knocking me out. I was like, Jesus. I was like, okay, I get it, but she would not freaking stop. I remember I saw her going inside her closet, and she only goes inside her closet when she's about to go get some shoes. And in my head, I was like, dear God, like, this is it. This is it. So she went inside her closet, and she went to go get some shoes. I was like, I'm just sitting here like out of breath, like I just lost my dog or something. Like, I'm literally bawling, and she was like lecturing me at the same time she was whooping me. So it was like, oh my God, bro, like, I kid you not, I was getting whipped for at least 20 minutes. She was like, you stupid, you stupid. I was like, yeah, I'm stupid. Well, after that, she dragged me by my hair, the little bit of hair that I had, and she told me to go get dressed, and then we went up to the school. So we went up to the school. I remember we were sitting inside the counselor's office, and this counselor, I did not F with her at all. Like, she would always try to come for my life. I did not like her at all. She told my mom, like, literally, she said this to me and my mom while we were inside the room. She was like, I am so disgusted with you. And if it was legal, I would lock the door and let your mama handle her business. I was looking at her like, but we didn't ask you though. Like, your opinion is actually so irrelevant, and I can't imagine why you're even speaking to me right now. And you would think that after all this, my mom would want me sent away to like some Turning Point or some type of military school or something. But no. My mom kindly asked these people if they would retain me. And for those of you that don't know what retain means, she wanted me to repeat the 5th grade again. And I was like, girl, psych, what you thought? No ma'am, I am so sorry. But yeah, I didn't want to come to school. But despite all of that, I was still a good student. So you tried it. And me, I was just like, wait, hold on. Like, I'm sorry, but no, I'm so sorry, but I can't do that. Here I am again, just sitting in the office, just bawling again. Honestly, I could honestly say that was like the worst day of my life as a child. So instead of retaining me, which honestly to this day, I feel like that would have been more easier, they did something even more childish. These niggas put me in the 4th grade class for the rest of the year. Like, literally, I would take my 5th grade work. I would get my work from my teacher, but I would sit in the 4th grade class, and I would go with the 4th graders to lunch, and literally my whole entire class would just look at me like, bro, like, what did she do? Like, why is she with... I feel like that was another one of my most embarrassing just events to happen in my life. Do you know how embarrassing that is? I had people over here looking at me like I'm stupid. They were like, bro, she was just in our class. Like, did she get held back? Isn't it a little bit too late for her to get held back? There were all these different stories. And I'm just like, mind your business. I am not in 4th grade. I am still in 5th grade. And I just need y'all not to come for me right now. I was like, bro, just leave me alone. I just want to be by myself. Like, just don't speak to me, don't speak of me, just leave me alone, please. Okay, so after all of this, thankfully, I begged and pleaded, and I got my mom to move into a different area so I would not have to go to the ratchet middle school that went along with that ratchet elementary school, and I was Gucci. And I guess now I kind of look back on that as a blessing and a lesson. I'm just like, bro, Benet, don't ever let nobody push you to that point ever again. Like, nobody else on this earth can ever come for you like that. Don't ever let anybody bring you down like that, ever. And honestly, I feel like that's why I am the way I am now, because I don't tolerate nonsense anymore. I feel like ever since then in 5th grade, I have never let another soul try to bully me. Well, I mean, after that, I was like bigger than everybody else. But still, not even just that. Now, I learned how to stand my ground. I was like, this will never be an issue ever again because I will not let it. I'm Gucci now. I was literally just sitting here talking to this camera for like 3 minutes doing this outro. And then by the time I looked at it, I was looking like, wow, this camera is not even on. So I've literally been sitting here talking to myself for like the past 3 minutes. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching my story time, my very first story time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, comment, and subscribe. Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, all that jazz will be in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.